Hello, it's Margaret Seconded, and welcome to my tutorial video on the Flying Star Feng Shui for the updates for the month of November 2020. I had the reason I'm putting this together is because we know that there are different types of energies that are around us, and monthly energy is one energy that actually is pretty good to actually use if you want short-term results on some of your goals and objectives. Let's say this is one of the let's say an example of a short-term goal would be like if you're going for an exam and you would like to get good grades. So what you can do is find out the positive monthly energy that will actually align with whatever you're trying to do, which is like get good examination results. Or so what you'll have to find out is the star 4 and 1, so that you can actually learn, or it's an education star, so you actually will be able to help you focus on your studies as well. Now there's other examples. Let's say you're pretty sickly, so you want to get a little bit help from the energies, and what you'll try to find out right now is to seek out the area wherein the positive energies of the number 8 or the 1 would be, and that would actually help you with your recovery. You would also want to avoid the sector wherein the illness star number 2 is located. So these are short-term solutions for some of the short-term problem, for current problem. So that's why we talk about permanent energies, we talk about the annual energies, and we also talk about the monthly energies. Now if we focus on, there are of course daily energies, but that would actually be too much detail and too much work to be following the daily energies of the different sectors of your home. So let's get started, and let's how do you call this let's work on let's try to find out what this month of November, which starts at how do you call it which starts let's see, the November month. Okay, let me work on the slides here. So for the 10th month of the Yin Fire Pig, which it starts on November 7 to December 6, 2020. Now in every building, we understand that there are good and bad areas which affect our daily lives. So who gets affected and how we're affected depends on occupants who's actually staying in that particular area, in the home or in the business. And of course the best cure is avoidance, to be aware of where the influences are each month, and either to make the most of it if it's a good positive beneficial energies, and of course to avoid it if the energies or the influences are unfavorable. So knowing the effects of this will allow us to take appropriate actions and measures, and to align them with our short-term goals, as I was mentioning earlier to you. So not to worry, you do not have to how do you call this think that these are long-term. These are actually, like I said earlier, short-term energies for the month. So if one area is particularly bad, avoiding it would be the best solution, and if another energy area is actually pretty good, then how you can benefit from it is to activate it and use it. So what this means is you use the beneficial areas more, less for those areas which has negative energies, and of course keeping the areas quiet. If the energies are not so great, and you will actually help yourselves and help resolve some of the situations from the bad energies. If you have a main door, of course, what to do is to use that is in the negative energy sector for the month. And of course, if you have an alternate route, an alternate door, then best thing is to use it. So again, the good sectors will be used to solve any of your existing problems, whether they are whether they concern money, or whether they concern relationship issues as well. So let's move on to this. Now here is a general overview of the flying stars and the area, or the this is the 9 grid, 9 grid that you see here. So from the 7th of November to the 6th of December, you have the ruling energy of the number 8 in the center. The big number is how do you call this? Is the energy that goes into the month for the month. Now, for this month of November, the energy improves a bit with the prosperity star in the center. That's the number 8 star. It actually helps temper the number 7 stars, and giving some new, how do you call this, hope, or new positive results to what we're actually encountering at this time of the COVID virus. The sectors that would actually benefit from the energies of this month would actually be the center, which has the wealth star in it, as you can see, the west, which has the victory star, the east, which actually has the 6, and the northwest star, with northwest area, which has the number 9 star. So it actually helps with all with people that are living in houses that are east-west oriented. Speaking in each of the grid, you can see here again 2 numbers. Like I said, the big number in the center indicates the annual star, and the other number indicates the monthly star. So if you're trying to find the different locations in your house, use a reliable compass to determine these different directions or location. And again, remember, this is only a temporary influence, because it's just for this month. And as long as you take note of some of the updates that I have here for you, then I'm sure it will be fine. So let's get on to the first sector, first grid, which would be the southeast. As the number 6 star flies into the southeast. The number 6 star is that flies into the southeast at this time, and the monthly 7 star is a metal star, so it can have its influence on that particular area. And the number 7 actually indicates gossip, violence, burglary, and that type of thing. So it's pretty tricky also, because both of these stars, the number 6 and the number 7 stars, are actually metal stars, are of metal element. And we'll have to actually treat this area a little bit carefully, because one is auspicious and the other one is inauspicious. So while we have the number 7 star as the flying into, if you already have the number 6 stars and actually has been enhancing it, then there's probably no need to add a little bit more, because too much of it will actually increase the chance of highlighting the negative energies of the number 7 stars. So particularly to note is to just if this is an area where you have the kitchen or where you have areas where you store some of these sharp objects, then please keep them away, store them safely. Now if you also have a bedroom here, then be a little bit more careful. If you have a door that is used often, then probably there should be more attention given to it, that let's say a window that you usually have open, maybe you can actually for this month try to have it closed. Maybe you can also update some of the security here if this is where you also have a door, or where it's actually have access to the outside as well. And keep this area quiet. It might not be such a great area for people who are studying or who are trying to pursue some literary goals at this time. If you have also an office here, then maybe it's also to be a little bit careful on who actually you're dealing with, and maybe give any documents or contracts that you're signing this particular month a closer look as well. So you can have some water cures and colors, but do not have any fire element or candles or no other metal elements to be added at this point in time. Okay, so that's the southeast sector, and let's get to the next sector, which is the south sector, which has the number 2 earth star and the number 3 wood star as well. The monthly 3 star monthly wood star of number 3 flies into this area, and again we will have to keep this area calm and quiet. You also have the Sui Po in this area, and the 3 killings. The annual 3 killing is also located here in this for the year. So to weaken this area, it would be beneficial to introduce some metal for this month, and this will actually help weaken the number 2 star, and you can probably also helps augment the number 3 star, weaken the number 3 star as well. If you have not gotten, if you haven't resorted to any metal cures, and a salt water cure is possible, you can use it. And usually the salt water cure will be used for the number 2 and the number 5 annual stars. And again, do not use any fire cures here, as this will just enhance the number 2 earth star or annual star, which is of the earth element. Be aware of possible arguments and legal issues. If you do have a main door here or an important room in this area, some disputes, some arguments and hot temper might ensue. If you have an office here, again, be thorough in looking through these documents and before signing. The influence of the number 3, of course, such as possible arguments and backstabbing and disagreement, and even lawsuit or the loss of wealth as well. So there is a clash, of course, of the wood and earth element in this area, and can create some conflict and disharmony. It is also, if you are in a public spotlight or in public office, then suggestion is for you to be a little bit more careful in your actions and in your words, as they might be misconstrued, and some miscommunication might also happen. So also what usually we would suggest, if the number 2 is in this area and now with the number 3 in this area, to not undertake any renovations or digging or noisy, remodeling or decorative work in this sector. You can improve your relationship and calm down some of this negative energy by not hanging any of these wind chimes or keeping the area as quiet as possible. Again, no digging, no building, or any noise activity in this area, whether it's inside or outside of your property, or if this is also where your garden is as well. Okay, so let's check the next area here. This is the southwest sector. It has the number 4 and the number 5 star, which is of the wood and earth element respectively. It can be pretty tricky, this one, because you have the number 5 earth star here, and that being the case, a recommendation of metal cures would be appropriate. And it also, how do you call it? It might not affect the number 4 star, which is an auspicious star. So probably to leave what you have in place in terms of remedy for the number 5 star, but not to introduce any more. The number 5 that flies into this area, of course, bring some sort of bad luck and misfortune, and we encourage remedies such as keeping these areas quiet as possible. And because this is in the southwest area, of course, it will somehow affect the matriarch, or the woman, the mother of this home. So productivity can be affected because opportunities might also decrease. And if you're in this area, if you have a bedroom, or then watch your health and your body as well. Again, preferably not to disturb this area inside or outside with any loud noises or knockings. If you have if this area is just a storeroom and it's not being used, and you will actually not use this area as much, so the negative energy is not activated as much as well. And do not use the fire elements or candles in this area, because just doing so will actually increase the energy of the number 5. Use the metal elements again, and keep this area as quiet as possible. No loud music, no renovation, no digging. The inauspicious number 5 needs to be taken care of, so we have to either place cures for this or avoid this area for this month. Okay, let's get on to the east sector, which has the number 5 earth star and the number 6 metal element star. So it is it actually can impact the father or the patriarch, although the number 6 star is considered an auspicious star. It can bring good speculative luck in the, it can also probably increase the chances of having meeting up with a nobleman or a benefactor. So it can also increase a bit of the stress or health issue. We're using the metal element to weaken the annual number 5 star already. So luckily, because what happens is it will actually help strengthen the energy of the monthly star, which is a metal element. So introducing more metal cures and colors to both weaken the annual star and enhance the monthly star in the east sector is recommended. If you also have those 6 coins in a row, it will actually also be good to use as enhancer as well as a remedy for the number 5 star. Now this number 6 stars, of course, guides, governs leadership and ambition. So it's pretty good for people who are ambitious, politicians, leaders, and anyone who probably is involved in the business of jewelries or something like that. Now, if you have a main door or office in this area, it is pretty good in a matter of speaking, although you still have to keep this area quiet and avoid slamming the doors. Now, if because the number 6 star is located in this area, it does signify success in a way of accomplishment, but it can also cause health issue. So it might be minor issue, but it can cause some problems related with your throat, with your legs, and again, if you use some of these metal cures and as well, nothing much to worry about. No. Avoid the element of fire, such as candles and red colors for this month, as again it will just increase the energy of the number 5. Okay, so let's get moving to the next. The next grid here is the center. Now the center has the number 7 flying star as well as the number 8, which is metal and earth respectively. It's now the number 8 flying star flies into the center, so it benefits the whole family, and but it also how do you call it? It affects the career and wealth luck, and it is of course considered a good or auspicious flying star for the period for period 8, which is from 2004 and to 2024. We're shortly coming to the end of period 8, and of course, as you very well know, the period 9 will have its own energies that will affect our the house, the different sectors of our home. And okay, let's go back to this center grid right now, which has the number 7 annual star. It still needs to be controlled and suppressed while we're trying to enhance the number 8 star. So you can actually, continue to do that with the cures that you have for the number 7. Do not increase or enhance the number 8 stars with more earth elements, because doing so will just make the number 7 species star a bit stronger. So likewise, refrain from putting metal objects in this area of your home, because it will enhance the number 7 and weakens the number 8 good star. Okay, wealth, fame, prestige is a good indication here. If you have an office, but still even if you do have this office in here, it's you can activate a little bit, the egg star, but would just actually refrain from doing so. While this area is a good sector, it can also cause overworking if you have a bedroom or an office in this area. It might bring you good income, but the additional work would actually probably also affect your health, and in particular it can cause some stress related health problems, such as high blood pressure or kidney problems as well. So try and store some of your important financial papers here, so as if you're activating this, or if you're using this area as an office as well. Okay, now the next sector would be the west sector of your home, which has the number 9 and the number 1 flying stars. The number 9 being a fire element, the number 1 being of a water element. Now we have basically the number 9 enhancing the good star number 1, and can do this with enhancing the number 1 with metal cures, and it actually is one of the better sector for this month. And it's a great idea to spend more time here working and relaxing, or to use this area as much as possible to take advantage of its good energies. You can activate it with bright lights, or just using this area more for your activities. Now you also see a combination of the sum of 10, which also suggests excellent luck for career and completion of work to the occupants. Perhaps in so doing, this will allow them to get ahead of the competition. Good opportunities at work also, so it might enhance or have more chances of promotion and advancement at work. Now if this is a bedroom, office, or study area, placing more metal objects or round objects would be pretty auspicious. The 6 coins itching remedy or enhancer would be also good. If this is your bedroom and if you are also thinking of enhancing or refurbishing or renovating this, be a little bit more careful, especially if this is also the bedroom of one of your son, the middle son, especially if they're not healthy. So it might cause some problems for them. Now again, no fire colors and for this sector, no candles as well. You can actually use a bit of dark furnishings, blue or black, for this area. Okay, and overall the west sector is pretty good for this month of November. Now let's get on to the next sector, which is the northeast grid. At this time, the northeast sector has the number 1 and number 2 star, which is the water and earth, which are water and earth elements respectively. The illness star flies into this sector for this month. And if you're already enhancing the annual star, which is a metal star, which is of metal element, then this will also affect the monthly number 2 star by weakening it. Now, it would be a great idea to weaken the monthly number 2 star by introducing more metal objects to remedy it, as well as it's twofold. The effect is twofold because as well as remedying or weakening the number 2 energy, it will actually enhance the number 1 energy of the number 1 metal element star. Okay. Again, putting more metal or round object is a good idea right now, because it will help with dissipating the negative energies in this particular sector caused by the number 2 illness star. The number 2 also can affect the matriarch or the eldest female, so it will be great to avoid this area as well. Can cause problem, and especially when we're going about, be careful of social distancing and wearing of masks. For women who are pregnant or ill, it might be beneficial if you find another room in another part of your house to sleep in for temporarily for this month. And if there is no choice, then you have to implement the cures of placing the metal objects here. You should also try to sleep with the crown of your head in your personal Tianyi direction if it's at all possible, and if you cannot move to another room and temporarily sleep in another room. Okay. The male occupants of this house who spend a lot of time here might be good to re-evaluate the lifestyle and to think about what they're eating and what their lifestyle is, and maybe making some changes. Don't go on a binging spree and on unhealthy food, and watch your diet, because it can again, the illness star can cause problems with your health as well as for yourself and for your family. So again, because the number 2 star is here, do not undertake any noisy renovation, no digging, no foundation work, or noisy activities inside or outside your property this month. If you disturb this area, it might bring about misfortunes that you would not really want to have at all. Okay, so that's the number 1 annual star with the monthly number 2 star in the northeast sector. Let's get on to the next sector, which is the north sector of your home, and it has the flying star number 3 and the number 4. The number 4 flies into this north sector, bringing with it the wood element, which is also the element of the number 3. So both these stars have the wood element, and unfortunately, again, it's like the number 6 and number 7 in the southeast sector. It is pretty difficult to enhance a good star and then weaken a bad star when they are both of the same element. And the best thing that you can do in the north this time also is to leave it as is. You can place enhancers, photos of your family or your partner to enhance your relationship, but do not try to enhance the monthly star of the number 4, because again, it will just enhance the number 3 star. So again, the best option is to just leave the sector alone. You can at this point in time, maybe an enhancer or something that you would want to put in this sector is something of what people call a dream board or a vision board. It's probably a good way of manifesting helping you manifest some of your dreams and goals for this month. Now, if the problem is also that this area has an excess of the wood element energy because of the 2 stars, so there might be some emotional stress. And if this is the case, then a suggestion would be to use this area less often, and move to another part of your home. Chances of conflict might also arise, but chances of improvement in relation is also possible. Now, if you have a couple who have a bedroom here, relationship can improve or be good as long as they keep this area calm and quiet. Well, this is a auspicious star, the number 4. Again, anything that's outside this sector that is actually of a negative energy, like a pylon or poison arrows, or anything that's actually targeting or pointing towards the house, or any negative energy outside the home can also affect the good energies, and possibly in terms of relationship might create unwanted opportunities, as well as wanted opportunity or good opportunities. It can also bring bad the bad aspects of this type of relationships. So another thing to remember is if you have a door in this area, it can actually also help in bringing new opportunities and possibility of travel. Of course, nowadays it's a little bit difficult to travel with this virus around. And if you also again have a door in this area, please make sure that you do not slam it or create lots of noise, and keep it quiet as much as possible during the month of November. Okay, so let's get on to the last grid here, which is the Northwest sector. The Northwest is a great area in November, as we have the number 9 monthly star flying in and occupying the same space as the number 8 wealth star. So definitely spending more time here and using it for your work, office, and to do some of your important documentations, paperwork in this Northwest area is ideal, is recommended. And using candles or fire colors or any fire element thingy will actually all help both stars, enhance both of the energies of both the number 8 and the number 9 fire star. The male occupants of this particular home or at this particular area can benefit from the auspicious energies brought about by these 2 stars in this sector as well. And for those who are using this area, it is good to use it to plan your future, and any financial or investment work that you are actually planning to carry out. So because it is a pretty good area, and the stars, auspicious stars, actually can create opportunities for growth and for success. Use this area for activities and social events. Just be a little bit careful, just in case there might be a conflict between different generations when you're having events. But again, with this virus in place, it is of course best not to have large gatherings at home. So health and work problems can again occur if you have poison arrows outside and directed to this particular space for this month. But generally, the number 9 is a timely and auspicious star alongside with the number 8 star. Okay, so so this is the Flying Star updates for the month of November, as I was mentioning to you guys earlier. This is the update, the Flying Star update for the month is a good way for you to how do you call it, up, and you know, will actually be hoping that you'll join us for our future video tutorials. Hope this information will help you in your plans for the month of November. Please again remember that the influence of the negative energy is temporary and for this month and it's just for this month and can be avoided. Again, if your main door is affected and this is the only door that you have on your property, you should take extra care in what you're doing during this month. You will also know it might be a good time to take unnecessary risks and also to take extra care of your health. Likewise, if you have an important room in any of this negative sector, then you should take extra care in what you're doing during this month. You will also know that if it's a negative sector, you would be best if you have other rooms that you can move to, and other rooms that have good energies that you can use. Then of course it will lessen the chance of you activating the negative energies of any of the sectors that you have in the house. So lessening the use and activation of these rooms will of course lessen the activation of the negative energies. And lastly, of course, use the good sector to solve some of your existing problems, whether they concern any money, financial, or relationship issues. Okay, so this is Margaret Seconet. Thank you for watching, and hope I'll see you soon in my other videos, as well as please subscribe to our channel, and we have our Facebook pages. Please also like us in our Facebook pages. And again, this is Margaret thanking you for now, and so saying bye bye for now.